How do you tell a story that hasn't reached its ending? I was editing it while I was eating dinner. God bless Jordan, because I'm like, yeah, no, dinner's really good. I got to get this out before 7, though. The clip you just saw or heard is a conversation that I had with a very good friend of mine named Tyler regarding my decision to save up $14,000, quit my job, and become a full-time content creator for 6 months. We had probably an hour's worth of conversation around the topic, and I wasn't able to use hardly any of it because of an echo that I found, which I think is kind of indicative of the entire process of becoming a content creator or being a content creator. I thought it was funny. I do have clips from that interspersed throughout this episode because I think they're relevant, and I've done my best to try to clean them up. I apologize in advance that the audio quality is a little bit rough. Let me jump back a little bit. So I'm in the process of saving up $14,000, which is exactly enough money for me to live on for 6 months without having to cut any of my current lifestyle, right? Come January of 2024, I will have quit my job. I will have taken that $14,000 and begin to pay myself a salary in order to create content 40 to 45 hours a week. It's a big jump, and I know we're not there yet, and it looks like I'm already creating content, and that's because I have a plan. This is Fulltime, a podcast where I tell the story about my journey from sitting right here talking to you about my idea to getting to live it. Obviously, it's very scary to go from a job that I've had for a decade and just jump in bare naked with 500 subscribers across whatever platform you pick and try to make a living creating content. But I believe that if I spend the next 295 days preparing for that I won't have a problem doing it. And I'm going to, full transparency, talk you and myself through the process along the way. Because when it comes to content creation, you just reach into YouTube and you pick one out, a video about how to set your lighting or how to set your green screen or how to tweak your audio or how to edit in a certain way to get more views. But nobody, as far as I know, has ever really talked about the meat and potatoes of living life as a content creator. And I feel like, especially after the last couple of years, a lot of people are doing it, and a lot of people are failing at it, and a lot of people who produce amazing content are failing and having to go back to doing things that they don't want to do to survive. And I think I don't want to do that. I know people don't want to do that. And I'm hoping that telling these stories, explaining my processes, might give some insight to other people who are in my position or better off than I am. I could fail, and then at least listening to these, you know what not to do. So that's why I'm doing this podcast. It's going to be very candid. I'm going to try to, the production value a little bit, but this is the last bit of the train. This is the caboose of my content train. This is not an afterthought. I think it's important to document, but it is the least important thing that I do. It's still important. It's just the least important. Just some real quick stuff about me before I end this first episode, because all I really wanted to do here was kind of explain the process of what we're going to be doing. My name is Ian. I am currently a truck dispatcher. I've been doing it for a long time. Don't really like it. I've been making content, not poor content, but I've been making content poorly for about 15 years now. My schedules are sporadic. My quality is all over the place. My storytelling ability, not great, which is weird because I'm a good storyteller. It's not important. In 2018, I believe, I blew up, had my 15 minutes of fame killing boars in World of Warcraft. I was streaming to an average of 500 people a night for about 3 weeks. There were articles written. It was a big blah. And when that was over, all the attention was drawn to the event. And when that event was over, I had nothing to offer, nothing of value to offer. And as a content creator, I'm learning. You are a salesman. You sell two things. You sell people's time, your time to people. You want people to buy. In conversion, you get them to buy a thing. You either get them to spend their time on you or spend their money on a thing. I brought it back. I had no conversion. After that, it was still just me goofing around in World of Warcraft. No overarching goal, no story to tell, and nobody wanted to see it. So it died. My dream died. And this is me putting in more effort than I've put into anything in a very long time to try and resurrect it. So if you're still listening, thank you. I should be talking to you once every couple of weeks about the things that I'm doing, the processes that I'm taking, interviews with other creators who are doing it. It's going to be a crazy ride. Thanks for hanging out. And I'm mad. Okay, it's going to be another flash in the pan thing. I know that's how it's going to happen. I'm not just going to slowly grind my way up. I'm going to do some stupid shit and get 10,000 views on a video. Only this time, I'm going to be ready for it. I'm going to have systems in place to be able to continue to, when that video stops being important, I'm going to have other important videos like, hey,